Hi, I'm back. Remember me? I'm the Puerto Rican guy who took the DNA test with Ancestry DNA about a month and a half ago, and I have my results. Now, the truth is, I got my results maybe like 3 days ago, but I could only shoot my reveal video last night. So I had not looked at my results until last night. I shot the video, and I have to say, I really wasn't very happy with it because then I watched it and I sounded like an idiot. I mean, some things came out like wrong and whatever, and it was just a little bit too much. So anyway, I discarded that video, but I'm actually glad that I've had a day to look at the results and like sort of decipher the page and my results and try to make sense out of things. And I have to say, some of this stuff really does make sense. Um, Also, my predictions were almost on the money. I have to say, some stuff. I'm a little bit shocked because I was actually right about on some things, and on some other stuff, I got some results that came out of nowhere. So I have no idea what is going on here. All right. So in the other video that I did, if you will remember, I discussed a few things, which I'm not going to full on get into right now because then that wouldn't make any sense. But if you want to, check out the other video if you have not seen it yet. That way this one will make more sense. In the other video, I discussed the history of Puerto Rico. I discussed my family history, which is the reason why I give myself certain numbers, percentages initially. And I also discussed the reasons why I took this DNA test in the first place, which were to link up with more people that are also working on their ancestry and on their family tree, because I have run into some walls. And so hopefully that's some people would go ahead and try to get a hold of me. Well, I have to tell you that part worked because, like I said, my results have been on the Ancestry.com page now for a few days. And I showed up on people's pages, and oh man, I'm getting emails from people left and right. I'm getting emails from people. People are commenting on the other video saying, "Oh my God, you're my cousin. I saw your results or your diagram or whatever." And I'm like, "Don't tell me anything. Congratulations and nice meeting you, but I'll get back to you later. I gotta shoot the video." So anyway, that portion of it worked. This is really cool. So we'll see how much further along I get. My family has been in Puerto Rico for a long time. A long time. I've been able to trace back my family to Puerto Rico to the mid to late 1600s. And since my family has been on the island that long, that explains a lot of the mixture, because being there that long, they had a lot of time to be mixing it up, okay? So these are my results, all right? Now, if you remember in the other video, I said that I was predicting, let's see, what was it? 60% European, mostly from the Mediterranean, 20% Native American, and 20% African, with that 20% African being about 8% North African and 10 to 12% Sub-Saharan African. And in the other video, I also mentioned the reasons why I make that distinction. 23andMe looks at North Africa differently. They look at North Africa as part of the Middle East because culturally and ethnically they're part of the Middle East, whereas Ancestry DNA looks at North Africa as part of Africa geographically. So that's what's going on here. But anyway, let's get to it because I don't want this video to be too long. All right, cool. Okay, so let's start off with Native American, okay? Native American, I said 20%, right? I got 18%. 18% Native American. That is actually higher than the average Puerto Rican. If I'm not mistaken, I read somewhere, and correct me if I'm wrong, you can leave me a message or a comment. If I read somewhere that the average Puerto Rican has got 12 to 17% Native American. I got 18%. 18%. I couldn't believe it, okay? Mind you, I have an uncle that scored 20% Native American, and then I have other relatives that scored a lot lower. So I got 18% Native American. That is so cool. That is it's unbelievable. Okay. Actually, it is believable. Okay. Anyway, and then let's get to Europe. Europe, I said I was going to be 60% European. Some people in the other video said, you got that all wrong. You're going to be a whole lot higher. You're going to be like 75% or 80%. One guy said 90%. Wrong. Okay, it pays to do your homework with me and my family. In other words, I did my homework on my family and on my history, because I said 60% European. I actually got 65% European. 65% European. And out of that European, the first one, of course, doesn't surprise me. That is Iberian Peninsula with 37%. The next one surprised me. Great Britain with 13%. I don't know. I mean, I expected a little bit of Great Britain or a little bit of Irish because of the Celts up in the northern part of Spain. Actually, the Celts everywhere in Spain. But 13% Great Britain compared to my relatives that have also taken the test. They've also gotten double digits for Great Britain. So maybe we'll need to sit down and, talk about this. And then the next one is Europe South, or Southern Europe, if you will, with 11%. That would be Greece and Italy. Then the next one, 2%, Ireland, Scotland, and Wales. And then Europe East with 1%, and Europe West with 1%. I live in Europe West, okay? I live in Switzerland, so 1% of me came from out of this area. So let's see, 65% European. More than half of it is from the Mediterranean. The 13% Great Britain, that surprised the hell out of me. So, whatever. But anyway, that's 65% European. And then we get to Africa. Africa, I said, was going to be 20% African, right? On that one, I was wrong. On that one, I was off. I am actually 11% African. In that 11% African, 3% of it is North African, and then the rest of it, 8%, is Sub-Saharan African. 5% Mali, 5% Mali, 2% Senegal, and then 1% Africa Southeastern Bantu. So I am 8% Sub-Saharan African, 3% Middle East, 3% African North, and then for Asia, so anyway, back to Africa real fast. So I am 11% African. And then for Asia, I got 3% Middle East. 23andMe would have combined the Middle East with Africa North. So I really would have been, according to them, 6% Asian, Middle Eastern. So, but this is Ancestry DNA, and they put me at 3% Middle Eastern. So that is super cool. This has been one trippy trip. Oh yeah. So now, real fast. Excuse me. That's 97%. The remaining 3% is little bits and pieces, I guess, from other stuff. What is it? What is it? I don't even know here. But anyway, the other 3% is just kind of like, I don't know. I can't even decipher it. But I don't know. Anyway, those are my results. What do you think? I'm thrilled. I think this is a really, really, really cool experiment, which I highly recommend for anybody who is working on their family tree and or their family history, or just do it for fun if you want. But for people like me who are really interested in, breaking down those walls, hopefully this will really, really, really help. Like I said, in the past few days, I've received a number of emails, and I'm still getting emails as of today. I have to answer some people today. So hopefully we can go ahead and break down those walls. So if you happen to be on, my DNA matches or whatever, get ready, because I'm going to be stalking your ass. That's just all there's to it. If I write to you, write back, So what my next video is going to be about, I'm not really sure. Maybe it's going to be about, a Puerto Rican living in Switzerland, or maybe it's going to be about my experience dealing with folks here on Ancestry, and and how successful this is. And I don't know, we'll see. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Comment below and let me know what you think. Okay, take care. Bye.